everyone. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Where Did I Put My Glasses? Although I said that you will be hearing more of me, I thought it would only be right to share my experience in Spain with you, with my loved one Jennifer, who I had the pleasure of being Dora the Explorer with. So I hope you enjoy this episode and find our experiences just as funny as we did. I will also put up pictures and videos from our trip later this week so you can see the places that we are talking about. Do you have dry and dull skin? Well, we have the solution for you. With Dora Skincare's facial oils, you can strengthen your skin's barrier to trap moisture and hydrate your skin to reveal a beautiful and natural glow. And when I say glow, honey, I mean glow. Also, there's the vibrating pink jade face roller that is used to stimulate facial oil absorption while reducing fine lines and wrinkles with an extension to depuff and reduce dark circles under your eyes. Endura Skincare is not only here to reveal your natural glow, we are here to help our community. As you know, I lost my best friend Massiel due to domestic violence back in April, which inspired me to help women in similar situations through a nonprofit organization, Her Justice. Her Justice stands with women living in poverty in New York City by recruiting and mentoring volunteer lawyers to provide free legal help to address issues such as individual and systemic legal barriers. Unlike Massiel, their clients, about 80% of them, whom are survivors of intimate partner violence, have urgent legal needs in the areas of family, matrimonial, and immigration law. By engaging in advocacy, partnering with community-based organizations, and leveraging the pro bono power, Her Justice is working to close that gap to access to justice, particularly for survivors of intimate partner violence and gender-based violence. Now, Massiel loved the rose formula and used it daily on her face and her body, okay? Proceeds from the purchase of the rose formula will go to Her Justice to help fight injustices placed against women. With every purchase of the rose formula, you will be supporting women who are struggling in so many ways. This is my way from Masi to give back in spirit. So I want you to go to enduraskincare.com to make your purchase today. And you also can find out more information about how you can support Her Justice. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Where Did I Put My Glasses? I am your host, Carmen, and I am back with my friend Jennifer. Hi, Boo. So, Jen, as you know, was on the episode with Love from Spain, where we talked about just about everything from COVID to what they do in Spain to God knows what. And she is a beautiful, wonderful friend of mine who I got to spend the holidays with in Spain. And can I tell you, I had so much fun, guys. Thank you so much, Jen, for being here today with me and for spending the holidays with me.
You were like family. We had so much fun.
No, we really did. We really did. Guys, I won't lie to you. I was nervous. I was nervous to go.
Calling me from Madrid. There's too many people here. I'm going back.
When I first got there, I could not function. Do you remember? I was like, I don't know. I think
I didn't, honestly, I was like, I didn't even want to offer you the chance to be like, you know what, you have a couple of hours to explore Madrid, because I was like, that flight is gonna kick your ass. But you're like, I'll do it. I'm like, okay,
God,
but no.
I
Mm-mm.
don't even know what possessed me. Like coming back, I had a layover overnight, so it was perfect. I had a beautiful hotel, and I got to stay there, eat some wonderful food, and have wonderful drinks. So it was beautiful the night, staying the night. But in the day, I don't. It was just too many people. Why is it that many people outside
It's La Gran Via. La Gran Via Madrid, like Times Square. It's
on
just,
steroids?
and like you noticed here, and I showed you, Spanish people are very, very social. They're out and about all day, from little tiny children to really old ladies. Like they're not the type to have like their coffee and oh no, they'll go out to the bar. Yeah, the bar here isn't necessarily to drink alcohol, but
Yeah.
el bar, to have your coffee, just hang out with friends, and you'll see like a bunch of, or children, all people, all ages, just out and about. So yeah, Gran Via Madrid is always like that, every like 24/7 basically.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think you were seeing a patient at the time. I lost.
No, actually, what time was it? Around 11. I was about, because I practice in two different consultations, and then I was gonna start with the second one, and I have really bad coverage in that area, and I was like, if I don't get in touch with Carmen or I hear from her, I'm gonna call the police.
Yo, I literally, guys, I went into a TGI Fridays because it was so familiar. I was trying, the lines for everything is crazy. Like I wanted to get coffee and just have some like hamon and like bread. Like they had the pastries everywhere, but the line was insane. And
Mm-hmm.
Fridays was familiar, and there was nobody. I said, "Oh, I know that. I know TGI Fridays. I can go there. Yep, that's easy."
And then you're like, I get every once in a while, like I'll get a break from patients, and I'll look at my phone, and I'm like, have I heard from Carmen? And then I read the message. Oh, I'm going back to the. I'm like, why are you going back? I'm tired. Too many people. All right.
Yeah, guys. So I did. I ended up going back to the airport, but the lounge there, has a shower, free alcohol, free food. Yeah, I'm going to take a shower.
Like, fuck Madrid.
No, for real, the airport lounges are dope. If you do not have an American Express, guys, please get one. Especially if you travel a lot, because it just makes your life that much easier. If you have like a layover, or if you're early to the airport, like Jen was like, shower. What do you mean?
I've never in my life, but I don't really travel in overseas, the other side of the world.
Nope. I arrived to Jen fresh as a daisy.
Right? That's true. I mean, I think you got a nap in too.
I did. I took a nap. Yep, I took a nap. I showered. I ate.
Mm.
I drank.
You got some wine.
I got some wine. No, kava.
Oh, was it Gava? Okay.
It's kava. So guys, I know I said that I was gonna do like some solo episodes, stuff like this, but this episode we have to talk about like our experiences and all the things that we did and all the things that we tried. And then I'll go back and do some solo ones. But there were so many experiences there that is not as funny if you're telling it by yourself. Cause so you have to have someone there that was there that understands, like, yo, did that shit just fucking happen?
Susan.
It was so it's this lady Susan. Wait, what's her German name? What we're gonna
We don't know her name.
we don't.
I heard her speak, and I'm like, she's German, so it's Fraulein Susan. You gave her Susan, I added the Fraulein because she's definitely German. So
She definitely looked like a Susan. Well, Susan was lit.
like lit.
Fraulein.
And she was like, what, almost 80 years old? I don't know, 70 something.
I have no idea, but she was dropping it low.
She was every time it was like 3 times. Actually, my husband and I were talking about her yesterday because we saw somebody. We were out last night and we saw someone, trying to drop it low a little bit. I'm like, oh shit, Susan. But she tried it like 3 times, and all 3 times fell down on the floor. Just boom.
On the floor, her ass cheeks out.
Ah.
Like white little tiny pale little butt
Okay.
cheeks. Okay? Straight out. And
Oh
I'm like,
God.
her friends don't give a fuck. They like, well, live your best life, Susan. Do what you gotta do. I was thinking she was gonna break her hip.
I was like, here I am. I'm fucking New Year's trying to enjoy myself, and this lady's gonna have to make me doctor. Like, no.
Speaking of doctors, so I was in the bathroom, guys. And Greta said that she does not speak Spanish. That woman speaks Spanish because she was speaking Spanish to me in your mouth. So
Greta
I'm
does
in
speak
the
perfect
bathroom.
Spanish.
And I was just trying to mind my business. I see a woman on the floor. Now the bathrooms there are really clean, so it wasn't like a dirty, disgusting bathroom. It was immaculate. She's on the floor
No,
inside
it's
the
like
stall.
the stall was closed, I
It
think,
was
and she was
closed.
like
She locked
speaking. Her
herself in so she couldn't get out.
hand was speaking out.
All you see is her hand creep out. Ayúdame. I said, espera.
Espera. Like, help if
And I
someone's
just
gonna
like,
come eventually.
I couldn't even, I didn't know what to do. Her hand came out like a little cat's paw. Like,
Oh, poor Susan.
I couldn't
Oh.
believe it. I was like, oh my God. So I went and got Jen and Greta because they're both doctors. I'm like, I can't help you. If you're dying, you're going to keep dying because I can't help you. So I'm going to go get some people who can help you. And then they come in. She's rolling on the floor. I don't know how they got the door open. I'm
With
sitting
her
there.
underwear all the way down. Because she was
Underwear
like on the
down.
toilet and
Did she pee on herself?
I think so. Because then
Pee.
her friend came in and that's when she told us that her husband had died last year.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I get the drugness, but Jesus,
Like, we wasn't judging her because we get it. When you lose someone you love, it's a lot, especially around the holidays. It
of course.
is difficult. But it was the complete turn up. Like, she thought she was 25.
Wow.
She was dropping it low. She kept falling
And falling on the floor.
She was on everybody's husband. She didn't give a fuck. She was dancing.
No.
She was living her best life, drinking, taking shots all in your face. She was like, yeah, you know, she was white girl wasted to the fifth power.
Like, yes. Oh, God. And do you remember when, and me and my son, like, he went out to play with the balloon and she took the balloon and threw it and he got so mad. And he just stormed back into the table and just tossed the balloons like, screw this.
No, I think, honestly, Emil was tired of people touching him. Let me tell you.
He was over it.
Everyone wanted to touch him because he's so cute. He dances and he has this great little personality. He's just trying to live his best kid life.
Yep.
Play with his balloon and dance to music. One person touched him too many. He lost his shit. We couldn't do nothing but laugh. We was like, yeah.
I'm not a bad mom, y'all. It's just so funny.
But it was funny. I mean, we wasn't laughing at him. We were laughing with him,
Well, not really with him. He wasn't laughing.
Yeah,
He was so mad. He's like, I've rarely seen him that, like, fuming mad. But it was so funny.
It was. And the food, though, was amazing. It was funny.
Oh, God, so much food. Jesus.
The hotel. So it's cold everywhere there. And y'all know I'm anemic. Well, people who know me and who listen. I'm anemic, so I'm cold all the time. So I will walk around Jen's house with the little heater, burning myself to death. So we get to the hotel, and I'm so happy. It was so hot. Do you remember how hot? Was it hot in your room like that?
Yeah, it was.
I thought I was.
The thing is, we're not accustomed to, like, for example, I had the little heater because, well, I don't know. I like the sound, to be honest. It's the sound that makes me go to sleep. But we don't really have, like, central heating like over there. It's not a thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't even like heating. But, I have it, and I kept one. I was like, here, if you want to use it. But the first time, like, you got here on Monday, they gave you that, and, the covers, they were super, like, warm. Every Latino person will know about the La Concha with the tiger, like
Mm-hmm.
thick ass like blanket is hot as hell. And she
Yes.
had that one and another one. I'm like, here, just in case. And when I go in the next day to wake you up, like it felt like I was inside a room. It was so hot inside there. I'm like, Carmen.
And she's like, "You're hot." I'm like, "No, I'm not."
Like, come on, Carmen, that it's hot. Like, are you not dying? She's like, no, I'm still warm.
But that's what that was the only time I complained. The whole time I couldn't believe it. We went downstairs and was like, "Yeah, I can't fix." She was like, "No, apparently it's just you just got to be hot. You just
Yeah.
gotta be hot." But it was a beautiful night. I did. And then we had the at midnight you have to eat 12 grapes
Yeah.
every
Here
ring.
in Spain, the tradition is that with every like sound of like in Madrid they have like the dropping of the ball kind of like Times Square is way less glamorous than over there, but you know, they still do that. And with every like the 12th chime of midnight, with every time, which is every second, you have to eat one grape. So try devouring 12 grapes in 12 seconds. Carmen tried. She did her best. Like she really did. But then she looked like you know those chipmunks that have like their cheeks full of nuts. Yeah. Well, no.
No,
Mm-mm,
it
no.
literally was nuts because it wasn't seedless. How? All right. I know the food over there is not genetically modified like our foods. You know, our food is like chemicals all the way. So there you have like real fruit, real everything. And it wasn't seedless. And I'm throwing them in my mouth. You don't remember my
Yes.
facial expression started
I
changing.
was
I'm
like,
like,
I
wait.
don't. I told you I don't do that.
I couldn't breathe. It felt after a while, it felt like I was chewing on wood.
Mm.
So I spit it out once it's done. But I got all 12 of them in my mouth.
Oh, you're
That's what's
fine.
important. They all
Yes,
got to my mouth.
yes. Getting in your mouth is very important.
Oh, and I think my favorite restaurant there was what was the Mexican restaurant that we went to with the signs?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's kind of like a chain restaurant. Actually, I thought it would be today because I went to a new Mexican. I'm like, Carmen would have liked this. Yeah, but that one is called La Tia Juana. It's not like Mexican, authentic 100%, but it's really
No,
good.
no, it's not. But it was good. But the signs that I wish I would have taken a picture and we could have just read some of this freaking
I
signs.
think
Some.
if you like Google La Tia Juana, yeah, you'll definitely see like pictures of the establishment and some of the things like the phrases because it's really funny. And the thing is, you know, just to clarify a little bit, like you were here for you came on a Monday night, Tuesday,
Mhm.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was New Year's, and then the other day is just kind of to chill, and then you left Sunday. So it
Mhm.
was like basically 3 days. So I was like, okay, I wanted to kind of take you around and see, like, get the most out of those few days. So the trip I planned was basically to show you a couple of like the most, touristy, notorious, interesting parts from around, like the close to here, because I wasn't gonna take you to, I don't know, Sevilla, which is like 5 hours away from here. So, just to make the most of it. So I took her to, if you guys want to Google, it's called Elche.
Mhm.
Then I took you to Cartagena. Um,
Mhm.
then we went to Murcia. Oh, and we went to the Humilla for the wine tasting because I figured, I mean, this is a wine country basically, and it's one of the best vineyards in Spain. And I was like, you know what, I want to take it to wine tasting. And I am an odd duck. I don't really like wine, but I still, went.
Their wine was actually really, really good. And I don't drink white wine, guys. I'm not a white wine drinker. But
Mm-mm.
that I bought two bottles. Remember, I bought two.
Yes, no, but your face. Here, that's something I actually learned because, like, why is wine so cheap here? And apparently, I think it was a 17% alcohol up to there, or 15, I
Hmm.
don't remember. But starting there is considered alcohol. Below
But
that, it's
there is
just
considered
food.
food.
That's why it's so cheap. So
So
Carmen
wine
got
is food.
two white and of rosé, and she's like thinking, well, maybe this is gonna be, I don't know, a couple hundred. She's the lady was like 20 euros. She's like, what?
I wanted to buy everything. Like if I had enough suitcase space, guys, I would have bought like as much wine as possible because I think you only could bring 6 bottles. I
Yeah.
think I think it was only 6 bottles you
Well,
could
I
bring.
don't know if it's overall or per bag. I mean, I don't
I don't know. I read that it was 6 bottles. I don't know. We'll talk about it because I told you somebody stole the rosé, so I'm real mad
know. It
about that.
was a rosé. Oh no,
Yeah,
you didn't take that one.
it's like why couldn't they just take the white wine?
There were
Like
two.
it's two. That was shady.
Mm,
That's for the end, guys. I'll explain that afterwards. But let's start off. So in Elche, I say
mm.
we went to the. Is that where we went to the museum?
Yeah, we went to. It's an archaeological museum here. I've been to a lot of places in Spain. I think I'm missing maybe one or two places, but I remember this one phrase. Tour guide lady said in Barcelona, because everywhere they point, here it was Roman, it was, and this is historical, this is millennial, and you're like, and she's like, basically in Spain, what if you kick a rock, a Roman might peek out, because it's true. I mean, anywhere you dig, you'll find, thousands of years worth of history. And we
Mm-hmm.
went to that museum, and then the castle next to it.
Yes. The cat and it was beautiful. I mean, learning the history, like, and they went straight from like the Iberian history to the Islamic
No, Roman and then Islamic,
it was Roman, then Islamic, and
and then
then
Christian.
Christian. Um and it was just like watching the transition, seeing all the different tools and the jewelry and the homes. The homes were so small.
Yeah, because basically they used the edifications that were already standing, and they repurposed it. Like you might in Toledo, I've mentioned it before,
Mm-hmm.
but next time you come, I definitely need to take you there, because you'll see a Christian church with remnants of a Muslim, what do you call this? The
Mosque.
mosque,
Mm-hmm.
and an Iberian whatever temple from before.
Mm-hmm.
Like they repurpose it depending on the conqueror or from that time. So you see all the aspects in one.
And it's interesting because it's like they're very, and what I love to see is like the pride in the history. They didn't leave out, because in the United States we try to like hide history, like that didn't
Mhm.
happen.
Mhm.
No, they take pride in the transition. This is how we got here. This
Yeah.
is us. This is what we, and so seeing all the different castles and the they have tons of cathedrals. I am not religious, guys. You and Jen and I both are not religious people, but
No.
I will say some of the most beautiful cathedrals. Oh my gosh, they were just like
And
absolutely gorgeous.
I haven't even taken to the best one. Like I said, you got to come back, and I got to take with time.
Okay, okay, because that the last one we went to with the fake homeless guy in the front. This you didn't see? Did you see the
Oh
guy
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah,
side?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was in Murcia.
Oh, so that was okay. That was interesting. So this guy was sitting in front of the church, but he was going like fake crying so people can put money in.
It's like, hmm?
I'm like, you are not homeless, sir. Do you see your sneakers? I know homeless. I live in Oakland. Homeless people ain't
Exactly.
got no sneakers like that. Okay.
No, in Spain, there's not such a crisis like the states of homeless. I mean, there are homeless, but not as bad as over there.
Mm-hmm. And guys, no garbage. Not
Mm-mm.
one. I didn't see garbage anywhere ever. Here it's
Those,
like throw up with garbage, but their
no, no. I
garbage
remember
nowhere.
once, maybe what, 14 years ago or something, I was studying before for the specialty in Madrid, and I went out.
Mm.
It was like 4 in the morning. We were getting pizza right before going home, and at that time, you'll see a crew just sweeping in. Like there was so much crap in the street, and just sweep in, clean it up, and at 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning, when people start, going to their jobs, like it's clean. It's like nothing has. He, it's like you pay. I pay my taxes with gusto.
Yeah.
My streets are clean. My garbage isn't, everywhere. Like, no.
But one thing I did like, I will say in Cartagena when we went to a Coliseum, guys, which was actually really cool.
It
And
was a Roman theater.
it was a Roman theater. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, it was a Roman theater. The Colosseum was close by, but it was like small. It's really not. Wow.
So, oh wait, I thought the one that we went. So that wasn't the Coliseum.
No, the Colosseum from in Cartagena is was close, but it's small. I remember I showed you when we went up to the elevator that I was dying.
Uh-huh.
That I pointed, like, look at that building and the beams holding it up. That was a Coliseum. You can't see it
Are
because it's
you
so
serious?
unstable.
That little
Yeah,
thing that we was right there, that was the Coliseum?
yeah,
Oh,
but it's
that was
too
so small.
unstable for tourists because it's
Okay.
probably gonna fall off.
Okay.
But that Roman theater is still, not intact, but you can definitely make out a lot of the structures.
Because in my head, I was like, yo, we are standing somewhere where people used to literally come here and fight to their death. But that wasn't it. That was the theater we went to, not the actual.
Yeah, yeah.
I was sitting here like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. And I'm sitting here just basking in it on all these
Well,
deaths.
that was messed up. No, but still, remember that when we went through the tunnel,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, they repurposed stuff after it
Mm-hmm.
was, we were they turned it into a church, a part of it, and we went under the church through the tomb. So yeah, you
Yes.
did get to, step through dead people.
That was tombs. Yes. Oh my gosh. It was like so many different things. I was just like, wow. And the fact that it's still standing, I mean, it may be like small, but the fact that it's like still standing from all those years is like, how the fuck? We can't even get a building to last that long out here. How
Mm-mm.
the hell?
No, here they preserve their history so much. Like I told you, we were speaking earlier. Yesterday I went to Alicante, just a couple of days away with my husband.
Hmm.
Now that he's on vacation, and I went to this hotel. It's like a little boutique hotel for adults only. I really don't care. I'm like, we're not going to be in the hotel room all the time. But it was, I don't know how many hundreds of years that building has, but it has been maintaining the original structure up, and inside it's renovated. Here you can't, like, if you inherit a home from your great 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 whatever relative, you can't just change it. It's history. Like after 100 years, you gotta get special permits, special contractors to work on the structure because they maintain that like so much. They take a lot of pride in that, and I think that's beautiful.
I think that's why we do have like, our history is newer because we're a newer country because our conquerors came late or whatever. And there are some quote unquote historical sites that can't be, and it's usually like a house that some old white lady lived in and read a book. It's nothing like intriguing as like, you know what I mean? Like once laid a man who read a book and
No,
looked
and
at
for
some
example,
trees.
you
Yeah.
remember in the Catedral in Murcia that there was the red markings and letterings outside that I explained to you that before, obviously, white males could go to
Hmm.
college.
Hmm.
And when they finished, they were allowed the privilege to write their some sort of inscription or their initials with red ink and a little bit of their blood
Yeah, they
on the
basically was
outside of
like
the cathedral,
Julio was here. Julio
basically,
was here
but fancier and with blood.
with blood.
Yeah, they mixed the red ink with
Mm-hmm.
some blood.
When she told me that, I said that is blood, like
I actually
thousands of
remembered that
years.
yesterday. I didn't mention it, but I remembered that yesterday because we were in front of the cathedral in Alicante, and there was like obviously the big old red. I was like, all right, that's right. Because I remember where I went that they explained that they mixed a little bit of blood. I don't know if they did it everywhere, but there they mentioned that they put a little bit of their blood in the red ink and they graffiti
A lot of the things there were different. Now, guys, during Holy Week, so Jen has to tell you guys
Oh
about Holy Week.
God.
I put it up on my Instagram and everybody was cracking up. They're like, what? So it was
Okay.
literally, I put up an Instagram post and it was like it looked like KKK, but it's not. Jen will explain. And it was like Holy Week, not KKK. And people are like, what? So I had to explain history. So Jen, you explain to them how you
Okay. So
first encountered it.
It was very funny. The first time I encountered, like I said, I'm not religious at all. I didn't have any knowledge of like religious anything before I moved here. And I came here, it's going to be 12 years now. So 11 years when I started my residency, 11 years ago. I was out, it was Holy Week. I was doing my shopping, my weekly shopping. I think it was a Saturday. And when I'm coming back, I see a lot of like people with like KKK type of hooded, pointy hat, dress, robe, I don't know. And,
Robes, I
but
think
they
is
were, some were white, some were red, some were purple, some were black. And I was like, what the hell is this? But you know what? My black ass is not going to stick around to find out. I am going home and I will come back out Monday when it's safe. I went home, I locked myself in. I didn't come out till Monday morning. But then obviously I was speaking to a friend of mine. I was like, what's going on? She's like, oh, no, no, they're called the capuchinos. Capucho, the capucha, like a hood. They're just, figures from Semana Santa, devotees, and all that. But, I wasn't convinced till sometime later, though.
And so when we were in Cartagena, they had like
Right.
little
The little figurines.
figurines,
And it says,
not KKK.
not KKK. Like they specifically had to point that out because I would get it. I mean, I reacted that way. I was like, I don't know any better, so I'm getting my ass at it.
Exactly. And I found it so weird that like a lot of things we did discuss afterwards, there was a lot of things that were not symbols of hate that people have taken and created this false symbol of
Yeah,
hate. And so when people
like
see them,
the swastika,
yes,
the Nazi swastika. It used to be like a holy Hindi, I think.
it is.
It's
It's
from
Diwali,
right. Yeah,
Festival
exactly.
of Lights.
There you go.
So they still put it up. But then imagine like if they didn't live in a non-Indian area or like an area who doesn't know about the Festival of
Exactly.
Lights, they may think that someone racist lives there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like, no, they're just celebrating something that's meaningful to them in their culture. And it's like people take things, especially and something that's holy, and they made it evil.
Hmm.
I wonder, what if the person who started KKK was probably from Spain?
I don't know. I've never actually seen
I
it,
never
but
looked into the history because I don't want to learn about the same racist people.
I
But
think I just think how me now thinking
mhm,
the mostly KKK. I believe they were righteous, religious because apparently religion is behind pure motive.
most racism, yeah, yeah.
And they probably, I don't know. Like I said, I have no knowledge of his this religious culture and all that. I don't know where they got that from, but I'm guessing that's kind of where they got the idea from. Maybe it's holier than thou and it's the holy purpose. I don't know.
Well, anyone listening, if you do know, let us know. Email me. You can go to my website. You can
No, I'm curious.
subscribe, email, go to my Instagram, at Where Did I Put My Glasses, like, on Instagram. So we can, if you know that history, because now it's making me think, because the KKK was deep rooted in religion. Well, Christianity for the most part. So I wonder, now we're starting to think a little deep, huh? At first we thought it was funny. Now we're like, it's getting spicy.
Like my I every time I remember that, I still laugh because it was so funny. I'm like, gee, I must have looked like a crazy person, like running to my house. Like I'm not about to stick around for the lighting of a cross or something.
Believe it or not, a lot of kids, because here they're not I don't know if you know, the people are mad. They don't want their kids knowing about like slavery and history, because they
Yeah, I read about that. It's
yeah,
stupid.
so
I
here
mean, your history is what it is. You can't.
whitewashing, like nobody
Bro.
wants anything that's going to make them look bad. So if our ancestors look bad, then it looks like we're bad. But then I feel bad because there was a I'm a speech therapist, and there was a reading comprehension activity that had stories of love and messages of like people who changed their ways, and one of them was the rabbi and the Klansman. And when I had printed out, one of my kids, he saw it, Hispanic student, and he was like, "Oh, what's that?" I said, "Oh, we're not going to do that one because I don't feel like being sued by some Karen, about
Mm.
them being mad because their child happened to know that people hurt people of color at some
But
point."
I think that's so stupid. I mean, I get it if it were maybe trying to do this 20 years
Mm,
ago, like 30 years ago, pre-internet. But now everyone has internet
no,
at the
people do
tip
not.
of their fingers.
You'll be
You
surprised
can't
how
just
ignorant.
pretend. You can't pretend to be like, okay, this doesn't happen, but you can literally Google it.
Hmm.
I
But
don't.
the thing is
Makes
so
no sense.
crazy. A lot of kids, especially our Black and Hispanic kids, they don't even know their own history. So him and his group, they was like, "Well, let's look at it. Can we see what it is?" And he was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "That is a Klansman." And I was, they was like, "Oh, that looks pretty cool. If you see him, you could just wave." And I'm like, "No, no, 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 no. If you see someone wearing that, baby, you run. You
Yes,
don't
the other
wave."
way.
And they were like, "Well, why? Why would I run? It's just a
Oh,
costume." And I felt bad. And they're not young. These are kids that are going to high school next year.
yeah.
So the fact that they don't even know if they see somebody with that on, that they could die,
Hmm.
scares me. Because that means they can now do whatever they want with our future children.
That I just it scares me. Well, you experienced how it is here. I
Mm.
mean,
Yeah,
of
no,
course,
I
there's
don't.
going to be some racism. I mean, this isn't perfect,
No.
utopia, but
No, yeah, there's gonna be
you
racism everywhere, but no, for the most part, there and even in Asia, I feel more uncomfortable in my own country than I did
go
there.
figure.
Like I felt more kind of like your mother said, like everybody was just kind of like, "Hey,"
Yeah.
like, "Hey, girl," and
No,
thing is,
here they're very like they in my son's case, for example, I right now, his hair is short, but he let it grow once. I let him do whatever the hell he wants.
mm-hmm,
He has his own style. He let his afro grow out once, and people are just fascinated. Like, oh, so beautiful, he's so beautiful. And I have this one friend, I think I explained, that she's really, really, she's Portuguese, and her parents are, I don't remember from which country right now, but she's like really, really dark skin, and she just lets her natural hair, and she'll, rock the fro, beautiful, and people love it, and they'll comment how beautiful she is all the time. Like,
yeah,
at least I find that really nice, that they at least they appreciate it. Most people here aren't exactly white because of course, there's a lot of Moorish influence here in
mm-hmm.
history, and we all it's a mixture of cultures and colors, but a
And
lot of people
yeah,
are obviously very light skinned, but they do appreciate the beauty of a dark skin tone, an afro, a natural hair, and there's no frowning upon. Like, she's a doctor, and she'll come to work with her afro wild and free, and nobody's gonna tell her a goddamn thing about it. Like, it's
exactly.
inappropriate. None of that. That's her hair, the way it grows out her hair. That's enough.
Exactly. I did appreciate that. Like I like that I was able to wear my short, and I wear my short haircut here unapologetically. But then I also have the people that kind of low key look at me, kind of like,
Yeah.
ugh. But there, I just felt comfortable, like
Mm. Nobody.
in my
People mind
skin.
their business here. Like, you do
Yeah.
you, I'll do me, and we're good.
Mm. But I had that one guy, the older guy with the white hair and the white mustache. Ooh, he was
Which
basically
one? The
like
one that
fill
was
up
eyeing
on
you
me.
up?
The
He's
yeah
like,
the
I'm gonna get me some chocolate tonight.
the old men were out. They was that was my perfect opportunity to get me a sugar daddy, and here
Right?
I
I
am.
told you. And these are men with money, so you could have
And
done that.
I'm here, guys, sugar daddy list because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. I've been asking to be job free in 2022, or at least by 2023, and this is my opportunity.
The Lord sent you signs, and you
He
didn't.
sent me.
You didn't listen. You did not listen. That
I
man was willing
ignored
to
it.
risk it all.
I put myself on do not disturb instead of making myself available. I
Oh,
could have been
that
on
was
a
too
yacht
funny.
in
Armin's here
Dubai.
dancing, and this man's just like, I'm gonna get close and close, and then you turn around. I think I sent you the video, and he's like, oh, look like the Squid Games green red light.
Yes. Oh, and guys, the food. The food is so good. So I was telling a friend about the fish. Remember the fish that we had and it was so good. And Henry was telling me like he doesn't even want me to see what the fish looks
Oh
like.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't remember the name of
What's
it.
the name
Bogavante.
of that fish?
Bogavante could have. I think it's Bogavante. Yes.
So they have a fish there that was so good. It was so good. But apparently it's like, the fish, that meme. There's plenty of fish in the sea, but these are the fish, and it's all the ugly fish that live on.
Yeah,
Apparently that's, but the seafood is so good. And
and fresh.
we
I mean, I don't eat seafood, but I know. Again, these people take a lot of pride in their food, and food here is very real, organic, fresh.
even the langoustine. I was fucking the langoustine up when we
Mm.
that was good. The lobster was fresh. The shrimp, and remember, I was fucking the shrimp up because it only had one ingredient, guys, and I don't know how it tastes. I don't care what Henry says. There's something else in it. He said it's literally just stone salt. How?
I guess it's the flavor in the food. I don't know.
Maybe the shrimp comes with its own, little spicy flavor to it. It was just so freaking
Uh,
good. The food there was amazing.
and
The
jamon, and the
the
jamon, and now it's your go-to breakfast. Your
so guys,
tostada with tomate and jamon.
hmm and I'm in love with it. They have so you can actually get it like freeze dry. I got like, how many ounces did I bring? How many grams?
It was no, it was yeah, it was grams. I think it was 70. Each one was 70 grams, and it was like 13 packets.
Yes. So I got ham. Like
Yeah,
I have tons of it, and it's so good.
almost 1 kilo of ham. It was like 2 pounds of
Yeah.
ham, about 2 pounds of ham.
That's how much I bought back with me. I said, fuck that shit. I'm bringing this shit with me. It was so good. The food was good. The food was amazing. The winery that we went to. What was the name of the winery? So if anybody ever.
Los hijos de Juan Gil. Juan Gil with a G.
Okay. Because that winery was so beautiful. We got to tour the inside, learn the family history. But the lady during the wine
The
test,
last one. Oh,
this lady talked our hole in our head. Every time we go to take a sip, she was like, and another thing.
no, but
It
she
was
was
all in
like
Spanish.
going off on a tangent because it wasn't even about. I tuned out so many times.
I was just looking at her like, yo, I just, and now I need a shot. Man, I need a shot of whiskey because the wine is not helping from you talking so much. She would, and then there was this old man in there dying. I don't know why his
My
family.
when we got there, like at first they explained, about the history, the family, da 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 da, and because of COVID, they had like the chairs separated into the groups that had preserved, and this one group, this one man, he was like I don't know 80 something. His wife sits him down, and the man is gasping, comes like, Dad, I think this man can't breathe. And I look, this man is gasping for air. He cannot breathe. I'm like, oh shit. I mean, we are pretty far out. An ambulance is going to take about an hour to get here. Oh, damn it. And then I'm like observing his wife, and she's like, oh, like nothing's happening. I'm like, all right, maybe that's how he's breathing. That's how he usually breathes.
And she can barely walk.
Oh God. But the family that was with him, they were like, all right, it's all cool. I'm like, all right, then maybe that's just how the man breathes. But if you drop that, you don't know me.
Nope. I would have been like, help him. He's dying.
Ayuda. And you're like, espera.
Yo, I don't know. But then there was somebody in that party that kept coughing. Remember that man kept pulling his family? He was like, mm-mm.
Oh God.
It was like, no. That family just kept coughing and being. But that winery was amazing. It was beautiful. And then we went to a restaurant. What was that? What city was that we went to the restaurant?
That was called Jumilla. It's
Jumilla.
in the region of Murcia.
Okay. That restaurant was really, really good.
I think you got the codfish?
Yeah, I got the cod there. I got bacalao.
Bacalao. That's cod.
Cod. Okay. So that was good. Like and poor me. So.
Oh my God. No, he hasn't done that again.
No,
my son is a picky eater when he wants to be. It was good. I tried it. Like
you sure?
He
told me he didn't like it.
He
He said
started eating. It's like, oh, this is good, and I tried it because it looked good, and okay, this tastes good. And now he's like, okay, I don't want any more. But
but
he
he
does
wanted
this
that
all the
dessert.
time. But he didn't get no dessert.
Yeah.
But he hasn't done that again. I don't know where we went a couple of weeks ago to eat, and he just ate it all. He's like, I'm not. Screw it. Just give me dessert.
You know, remember when before we went to the New Year's Eve party ball situation, we I sat him down in the kitchen and I said, I mean, make sure you eat everything so you can get dessert. He was like, okay.
But his food was really good.
It
I always
was.
try his food. He
It
had
was.
like a burger, like and chicken nuggets and croquetas and kid stuff.
Hmm. Hmm. No, they did. So, guys, I'm gonna give Spain a 10 out of 10. I recommend you guys to go visit. I'm going to, when I do the post, I'm gonna put like names of the places we went to, and put up like some pictures and stuff like that. Of course, Jenna's gonna have to help me with the names, but in the cities. But what are some other places that people can go to that we didn't go to that we can probably visit when I come in the
And
summer?
this is what I'm planning for your next visit because like you have to go to Sevilla. It is amazing. Granada. Those are both in Andalusia, which is the south of Spain.
Hmm.
Toledo, which is right next to Madrid, is my favorite city, I think, in all of
Yeah.
Spain. Barcelona is very, very, very beautiful, especially because of the architecture. The from Gaudi, that's a famous architect that he made, basically designed the cathedral
Hmm.
originally.
Hmm.
Um, you have got to go to Santiago de Compostela, which is far northwest. And I mean, there's more, but if like you have to pick out of those, I'd pick those. And if you only have time for like maybe a week or so, go down south. Andalusia has, for me, it's the most beautiful, the best food. Just the people are very, very, very warm. Um, I don't know. I love it. I love the Andalusia, but the rest is also gorgeous and really cool. And there's a lot of stuff. But yeah, we're
The
kind of.
next time I
I'm
come,
gonna
I
map
told you
out
I'm gonna
a
try to
route.
stay for way
Yeah.
longer so we can just do everything and maybe like try and go to France because you said France was closer, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I think I went with my husband last summer, and it was maybe 2 hours in a plane or something,
Oh, okay.
two and
Yeah,
a half hours maybe.
that's not bad.
Yeah,
And we can just have some fun because there was some places that I wish that I was able to see, and I didn't get to see tarot card reader
oh yes, I told you I was gonna next time. I'm
next time.
definitely gonna like keep that in mind. Remind me.
So if you guys are into tarot cards, so in Spain they have some of the best tarot card readers. And why I don't even know why. Why is that even said?
I
Is
mean,
it because of the
here,
gypsies or
yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that yes, that's the reason because there's a lot of gypsy um people here.
mm-hmm,
They are Spanish, but they have like a separate culture.
mm-hmm.
They call the Spanish and everyone else outside of the gypsy payos. That's how they say like los gitanos y los payos. But it's not like a bad name, but that's how they call them. And they have like a separate way of doing. They're very. I remember when I was a resident, they took in this little girl. She had Down syndrome, and she was a gypsy gitana.
Mm-hmm.
And outside, you looked out the window. If there were 100 people, and I am not exaggerating, there were about 100 people outside. The family, like everyone was there. Like they do everything together, good or bad. Because if they want to jump you, they'll jump you, fuck you up.
They're
Yeah,
like, look, we rocking together, good, bad, or indifferent.
exactly. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff around that. Obviously, that's a very what do you call it?
Stigmas, because I did learn about some
Yeah,
stigmas
yeah.
through a TV show that some of the gypsies, I forget what country it was, have like a bad
Romania.
Romania. In Romania, they're treated, and the way they compared it in the show is in Romania, um gypsies to Romanians are what black people are considered to white people in the United States. That's the direct comparison they made on the show.
Wow.
That's what the show really direct, and it was like sad. But like when I was in Madrid, I did see a few gypsies. They was trying to give me rosemaries.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stereotypes, but some,
Mm-hmm.
sadly, in my experience, are true. And that's why I told you in advance. A
Mm-hmm.
lot, a lot of gypsies are known to try to scam you or rob
Mm-hmm.
you, or they're a little bit frowned upon in general society here. But I'm sorry if out of 8 out of 10 are like that. I mean, come on, it's not an assumption; it's just a general rule. Um, at least from what I've lived and seen. I mean, I have a lot of patients who are gypsies as well, and there's everything. And
Mm-hmm.
within the rainbow, there's a lot of colors, so you can't really generalize. But a lot
Mm-hmm.
are like that. And when you came here, I told you in the center of Madrid, be careful because there's some gypsy ladies that are going to try to give you some rosemary, but then going to try to scam you. Like this one lady followed me to. I'm like, I don't have cash. I think I had like €5, and I gave it to her. She's like, oh, don't you have any more? I'm like, well, I don't have any cash. And she's like, oh, I'll go to the ATM with you. I'm like, no.
What?
I'm like, no, lady. And she
Mm-mm.
started like cussing me out. Like I ran out of there.
I literally had my headphones in my ears, so whenever anybody tried to like come and talk to me, I would just tap my earphones to look like I was on the phone. You know, do the wink and the nod, like
Yeah.
I'm on the phone. That like look, it worked. It worked.
Good.
I stay
Good.
away from me. But yes, I have to do the tarot card. So guys, I will make sure that I put. Did I leave out any of our other funniest moments? Besides I developed like narcolepsy randomly, but
Oh, right. No, I think it was a jet lag because I don't know. I think it was your body was telling you, you need to rest because she was, we would watch a movie. It's like, oh, let's watch a movie. And we started watching a movie. Interesting because everyone was,
every
watching the
movie was
movie.
good.
And all of a sudden, we look and Carmen's just out. And I'm like, Carmen. And she'll wake up. Yeah, yeah. And 2 seconds later, I'm like, girl.
I don't know how I did it, but I did. And I was able to see everything I wanted to see. I walked around everywhere I needed to walk around. Oh, guys, since it's cold, for the people like me who need to make sure you have the right moisturizers
Oh, yeah.
because you will be dry and itchy. Remember, I was
Itchy.
losing oh my gosh. My skin was so dry from the cold, but the next time I go, it's going to be warm, so I don't have to worry about that. But make sure
But
you
it's
do the
going to
right
be
moisturizer.
extremely hot.
Yes. So I am so grateful to you. I'm so grateful to everyone, like Emil, your mom, and everybody, just making sure that I was safe and we had a great time. And I cannot wait to do it again.
I can't wait till you come back because it's going to be so much more fun.
Yes, yes. So guys, please go to Spain. Do not go to Jen's house. She doesn't have enough room for it. Okay. So you can't go there. But there's plenty. Oh, and the hotel that I really liked in Madrid was I think it was
Palacio.
the
No?
Palacio. Yeah, the Palacio. I think it was the Palacio. It was beautiful. It's narrow, it's small, but the rooms are absolutely beautiful. The food is amazing. The drinks are amazing, and it's within walking distance to so many different restaurants, bars. You can just like walk to everything. So it's like perfect place. If you're in Madrid, that's the perfect place to stay. So those are all my recommendations.
Yeah. And any other that comes along the way, you'll probably post about it.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing my experience with me.
You're
I
very welcome. I'm just so glad that you had. I really tried to plan the fun trip because I was like, I need her to have fun in the very small amount of days she has. Like I need her to have fun. So I was a little bit stressed about that. Like, what if she doesn't like this and doesn't have fun?
No, I enjoy it. I'm telling you, like every single thing we did, like we had just a great time and laughing. And guys, when you go away, I don't know how people can go away with people they don't like, and not enjoy themselves, or people are not fun, because we found joy in it. I think we spent most of the time laughing. Like,
Yeah.
if you cannot sit and laugh and enjoy yourself, please don't go on no damn
Mm-mm.
vacation with nobody.
Oh, and the churros.
Oh, yes, I developed a love for churros.
But real churros with
Yeah,
chocolate, not that
with the
bullshit that they no churro con chocolate.
Yeah, so they did taste completely different than the ones here. I will say that they were actually really really good. Oh, and I guess that's
And
when
what?
the Chinese food. Remember, I was like,
All right.
I tried Chinese food over there. It is so much different than
Mm-hmm.
the Chinese food here, and they don't use yellow rice. It's actually rice. So I don't know
Yeah.
why our rice is yellow, but it was so good. Every I'm telling you, the food, everything there was great. I enjoyed it. So, guys, I will make sure that I put up all the suggestions up on the post. Don't forget to click follow or subscribe on your podcasting platform and give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. You know you want to. Follow me at Where Did I Put My Glasses on Insta and on Facebook. You can like, comment, questions, anything in my inbox or on the post about today's episode. You can also go to my website at wheredidiputmyclasses.com and sign up to be a subscriber or to find the link to your preferred podcasting platform. And guys, as I mentioned before, I am no longer doing Tequila Tuesdays for just for right now. I have so much on my plate and I do not have any room left to put anything else on. I really enjoy doing them, but for right now, I think I need some time to do what I love, and that's podcasting, getting my degree, and furthering my career. So I want to thank you again for joining me.
Anytime, darling.